Yeah. Welcome back to Ancient Future Incubators. This is our first future tripping part of the spectrum. We had an ancestry gathering last new moon. This is our first full moon. Just so happens that we've just moved through, it's an eclipsed full moon. So big invitations into big releases and ends, and big invitations into new paradigms. The planets are helping us, are pulling us into new paradigms. So that is exactly what Ancient Future Incubator seeks to hold space for this week. In between past and future, what needs to be released, digested, transformed, integrated, what needs to be reclaimed, refound, and brought into the future, what new evolutionary ways do we need to look for to move into the future that haven't been here yet. So what a beautiful thing that we've arrived here again during this eclipse season, this momentous moment. And Ashley comes in with the medicine of the Fool and bringing in some deep listening to the tarot and to the medicine of new beginnings. Here we are entering new season as well, crossing the thresholds of Dia de los Muertos and Samhain, Hallows Eve, and the opening of the veil, going into this deep space of winter where, it's like what night is to night and day, winter is to a year. This is the time when the cosmos open up, when the dream time cosmos open up inside of us, because the focus is less on the external world, and because of the environmental circumstances of the earth, we're brought into ourselves more deeply if we're in temperate climate in northern hemisphere at least. So rich time of inward turning and transformation, of relational space, and new beginnings and endings. So I'm going to read the same quote that I started with last time, this Grace Lee Boggs quote, just to give us a little reminder of kind of what is potentially being asked of us in this time and in this space. The time has come for us to reimagine everything. We have to reimagine work and go away from labor. We have to reimagine revolution and get beyond protest. We have to think not only about change in our institutions, but changes in ourselves. We are at the stage where the people in charge of the government and industry are running around like chickens with their heads cut off or something else. And it's up to us to reimagine the alternatives and not just protest against what is and expect these people in power to do better. We're at the point of a cultural revolution in ourselves and in our institutions that is as far-reaching as the transition from hunting and gathering to agriculture 11,000 years ago, and from agriculture to industry a few hundred years ago. How do we reimagine education, community, family, sexual identity, gender? How do we reimagine justice? How do we reimagine economy? How do we reimagine all of these things, everything, in the light of a change that is so far reaching? And that is our responsibility to make. We are at this precipice, this crossroad times, and we have to think beyond capitalist, white supremacist, heteronormative, patriarchal, extractive, Abrahamic categories. We can't expect the thinking that got us here to get us into a better place. We have to do the reimagining, and we have to call on the ancestors, and we have to call on the descendants, and we have to call on the group, the collective, because the smartest person in the room, in the group, is the group. We need spaces to feel, nurture, and fortify the burgeoning worlds we are here to midwife with our own. We need the severed wisdoms of our pasts. We need better stories to build our future. other for all of this. Thus, Ancient Future Incubators from Inner Equity Coaching Council and the Om Center and School. Our healing is mutual.
I don't want to call it history because history has so much baggage behind it as an institution, but just knowing that where we are now has been created over time through many pathways. So to undo this, we have to do it over time through many pathways.
It's the Ancient Future Incubator, a space for the embodied, collective, liberatory imagination.